bet you harder at the ice out the neck. When I'm in my zone, bitch, I get my respect. Call me Bumpy Johnson.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Texas Sports World. We are your hosts, Ethan and Isaac. Clearly, one of us is better than the other, but we have a lot of stuff to get into today. There's been a lot of stuff going on in the sports world, which is what you came here to listen to. We'll start off with the possible NFL seating shakeup that could be coming down here in the next couple of weeks. There'll be some interesting twists and turns there. And then also we'll probably get into some possible moves to the Rockets now that some news has come out about, what teams are kind of doing after the Spurs basically took themselves out of the Giannis sweepstakes. That kind of leaves the Rockets there. So we'll get into all that, maybe get into some, do some like little fun draft or trade machine or whatever. We'll see how it all goes. But yeah, if you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, let's have a great show. So, brother, how are you doing today?
I would have done a lot better if you were on time.
Okay, listen, I got distracted. I was trying to do. Listen, all right, I had to take a shower. It
We're
was
not
hot.
talking about right now. Hey, we're moving on. We're onward. The show must go on. I was about
We're
to start
here.
it without.
You were here.
I'll-
If I would have
I'll-
got, you could just started with no title, no thumbnail, nothing.
Nothing. We'd have just been
There's-
going. Haven't we? Just we'd have been going off of hopes and dreams.
Sounds like the Texans' offensive line, but
Wow,
all right, wow.
you're not
So,
wrong. Okay, let's talk about what are we getting into first.
So first, I think we should probably get into the seating update. That was kind of a big deal today because it can kind of change, how teams handle the back half of the season. It can change how the playoffs go entirely. And it could be good, it could be bad. But yeah, we'll get into that. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and then we'll.
I just want you to know I had no previous knowledge about any kind of seeding, anything. I have no idea what you're even talking about right now.
Really, you didn't know? Well, you don't be paying attention or something. You don't be on the right side of Twitter. I forgot. You're on Damian Pierce Twitter. They're talking about.
I am on. Yeah, that's all we talk about over there. Just Damian Pierce. We just watch rookie year highlights of Damian Pierce.
You when you want to feel something, you just watch Damian Pierce. I get it. I understand. So first things first. It's gonna be. So instead
This
of
is like college football kind of stuff.
right, exactly. So instead of automatically doing it the top 4 seeds. So basically, I mean, last year it would basically mean that the Texans wouldn't have gotten the home game last year.
Yeah,
because it would have went to Baltimore or whoever it was, I think.
interesting.
Maybe not. So that's interesting. And then after the first round, they reseed everybody. So
you would want to have so once you clinch playoffs or clinch the division and resting your starters for 2 or 3 weeks, they would force you to play those games and try to win those games to get home field advantage or a better seeding.
right. Rather than just coasting into the playoffs because you got it because you're in the playoffs, right?
So what does that mean for because it says if teams have the same record, a division title would serve as the first tiebreaker. So what would that mean if so the Texans win the division, we're automatically in the playoffs. Even if we lose the rest of our games, we'll be the worst team in the playoffs record wise if we decide to rest our starters.
I mean,
We get the lowest seed.
Well, once you clinch that's exactly. So you would once you clinch the division, now you're not necessarily working for a playoff seed. Now you're working for a higher seed, right? So
Okay.
and then because what that'll do is that'll it's the way they're trying to set it up is for the 1 seed to always play the lowest remaining seed.
Mhm.
So
In each
in each division, right?
AFC, yeah. Okay. Honestly, I think that's probably one of the more solid rule changes.
I don't have any like.
I don't hate that at all.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm kind of
it feels like
indifferent on it, honestly. I didn't mind resting the starters before the playoffs. I think.
Well, yeah, of course, for health wise. I mean, you want to.
Yeah, I wasn't opposed to that, but I mean, I'm not mad at this either. Unless some bad shit happens to us, then I'm gonna be like, "This is the stupidest shit we've ever done in our life. Why is this a rule now?" But
right now all of a sudden we're like, we just barely make the playoffs or something dumb.
Really. So if two teams in a conference, like, the Texans and the Colts tie, how is that going to be structured?
So okay, I think I have another one.
Say we're up, one game on the Colts, and then we play Colts in week 18 or whatever, and they beat us, and now we tie. Like, we tie at the end of the season.
Yeah, let me. I think I saw one. It's online. Hold on. I think I saw one. Let me go check and see. I was trying to move them all over from my personal to this one, but I think I might have. I think I might have ran over. I think I might have passed it and didn't save it on accident. Because the last one I have about the schedule.
You might be top 3 most unprepared people I've ever met in my entire life.
I've been trying to save them. And I think I just forgot. I've been trying to save them recently.
So how was y'all's day? What are we talking about? What did y'all get into? What are y'all doing? There's one person watching this. So what did you do today? Well, Ethan, waste more time.
I'm looking. I feel like I just saw it, so I'm looking to see if it's on here.
Shout out MLB The Show. He'll get you some precision.
Brock Purdy signs a 5-year, $265 million deal. Hello.
Yeah, that's an overpay. That's an overpay. Like, he's so. Never mind. I'm not gonna even.
Did you see Rudy Gobert? Did you see Rudy Gobert kick his pregnant girlfriend out at the start of the playoffs? That's another way to lock in.
Wait, didn't Jalen Green also break up with his girlfriend before the playoffs and then go on to score 6 points?
I didn't hear that. I thought they were still together. I don't know.
He posted something on Instagram. Maybe it was fake. I don't know. Who cares? Honestly, at this point, who gives a shit?
Damn. Yeah. Fuck.
Damn. So, okay. We got.
Oh, wait.
Okay, I'll wait.
Okay, 7. Oh, no, that's not it. What? Go ahead.
Oh, no, it's okay. You completely interrupted me, and I lost my train of thought.
Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry. I thought I found what I was looking for, but I didn't. So my bad. Anyways, point being, I think the it seems like this is a logical step in playoff seeding. I don't understand why this wasn't already kind of done beforehand. So I mean, it is interesting that So your question was, so if we win the division, but
if we tie for the division,
it'll go by
what, like the score, like win margin?
Yeah, point differential, I guess, or no point different, or either point differential or.
So will strength of schedule play a part in any of the seedings or anything like that?
Not in the NFL.
I mean, it could.
I mean, in terms of wins and losses, but not strength of schedule itself.
I guess. It seems like this is a very college football playoff kind of move, and not so much like an NFL move. Is that just me? Am I the only one who gets that vibe?
I mean, honestly, the NFL should probably move to more of a college model because nobody really will. It's the two games most fans would tell you they'd rather watch college football than the NFL at this point. I mean, they're two totally different games played on the same size field. It's kind of, it's a weird, one's more like.
What I think is crazy is the fact that how are we gonna have this rule implemented now, which is, I think it's a decent rule. I think it's okay. I like it. I if it gets voted in, if that's the game plan moving forward, I'm cool with it. Why did that come after a kickoff change? There was no reason to mess with the kickoff. We messed with the kickoff. The least important thing I think is that's ever been done. And now we're moving on to the important stuff.
Now let's mess with the playoff seeding.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, let's increase engagement. Literally, I think if you think about it, now this is tinfoil hat coming on. I think changing the kickoff in the NFL might have led to decreased viewership. Is that crazy?
Say that again?
I think the kickoff change in the NFL might have led to decreased
Probably.
viewership.
I think it led to maybe.
Maybe not directly, but like on the back end. Because you don't get to see crazy kickoff. I mean, how many returns even were there last season? I don't remember there being like an insane amount.
I mean, I thought there was going to be more, to be honest, because there's so much space. But like, I guess it's because the dude gets a free shot at like 30 yards. They're not even running yet.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this at all. I wonder how this affects the Texans, though. That's really all I'm
honestly, that's really all I give a hit about. So I think we should move on to the. I want to do a trade simulator. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. Okay. Can we talk about? Well, we need to stop calling each other because then we talk about all the stuff that I want to talk about on the podcast.
I know. We get it. We make all these good points, and then we go back. I remember what we said earlier, and everybody's like, "I don't know. We weren't there.
We weren't there earlier. I don't know what you're talking about." We have very engaging conversations off of this podcast about sports.
It gets very heated sometimes. Like you ever had to pull over? You ever get so frustrated somebody had to pull over?
I got so frustrated with you. I got so frustrated with you the other day. I literally had to stop what I was doing in the middle of my job and go sit somewhere else and just listen to the bullshit that you were saying. Yeah, I went all the way back to the truck, just sat there and was like, "This kid is crazy."
You're like, I need to cool. It's hot outside. I'm hot inside. I need to cool down outside.
Everything's hot everywhere. Why is it always hot? Why can't I escape it?
So I guess we'll start with this. So the Spurs, initially a couple of days ago, came out publicly and basically said they're locked down at number 2 and they're going to take the guard from Rutgers, which is whatever. And that what that also kind of signals is they're out of the Giannis sweepstakes, right? For a long time, it's been Houston, San Antonio. There's been a couple rumors of some Eastern Conference teams, but for the most part, rumor was he wanted to go to a place with no state income, right? Which is kind of, that's one of the draws of coming to play in the state of Texas. So we were talking earlier, and here's the thing. So the question that I think it boils down to for me is, do you trade for Giannis? Because if you trade for Giannis, it's a win now move. We're going to win a championship in the next 1 to 2 years, right? Because either he's going to get paid, he's going to want to get paid again. Your guys are going to want to get paid that you already have. If you don't have to give people up, which we'll go over, because I'm sure to even get close to that, you're going to have to give some of our young core up, right? So the question is, do you trade for Giannis and shorten the window, or do you go for more fringe players and add to the roster that you already have, and maybe you don't have to spend as much money and you get to keep your core guys and see a development there? I don't know.
I think the only way personally that I can see a Giannis trade happening. Well, I don't know. Everybody on Twitter's decided to lose their damn mind and talk about trading Alperen Sengun. I would rather not. I'd much rather not do that. Yeah, I don't want that to happen at all. I get the point though. If you want to trade Jalen Green, if you want Giannis on your team, if you're in favor of the Giannis trade, then the logical thing to do, specifically for that trade, would be to get, you want to get max value out of it. So trading Alpi will save you on the back end on maybe picks or keeping some of that young core, which is understandable. However, I'm not okay with. We don't need Giannis as bad as we need our young nucleus of guys that we have. I think, and I said something earlier, this team, if we can run it back next year and hit maybe 20% more free throws, we win the series. So we're a few steps away just in game. Like we didn't get, like, our defense is on par with the best in the league. We can play defense well enough to win games. Now we just got to get like if Jalen Green goes off for one more game, if he went off in Game 7, we win the series, right? If Alpi probably hits a couple more free throws, or not free throws, if Alpi kind of hits a couple more layups,
Yeah.
because he did take a lot of shots in Game 7. I remember him taking a lot of shots in Game 7, and if he hits a couple more of those, maybe it's a closer game. Maybe we win. Now, Steven Adams is somebody that he's only 31. That's crazy. I feel like he's 80 years old. Steven Adams is somebody who I would be okay with maybe trading, or you don't really want to let him walk in free agency, I feel like.
I would rather keep him. If here's the thing, because like my whole issue, because we got into this again discussion earlier. My whole issue is with adding Giannis is you lack. There's not you don't have any spacing anymore because he's not a perimeter player. He's not going to stretch the court. You already have Alperen in there. You're going to have Jabari in there. Jabari can stretch the court a little bit, but I don't want to. I so believe in Alperen Şengün that I don't want to disrupt his growth and or what he has the potential to do. Adding Giannis may take that away from him.
And I think the other thing, the glaring thing, is we're not going to have Alpi, Giannis, and Steven Adams on the same team. One of those guys has got to be. We're either not going to get Giannis, we're going to let Adams walk, or we're going to trade Alpi for Giannis. But I don't like a front court with Giannis and Steven Adams. I'm not a fan of that. I don't think their styles mesh really well together. I think Steven Adams and Alpi kind of mesh well together because Steven Adams is like our big body rebounder.
Yeah,
but I'm not seeing. I think Giannis can get a good amount of rebounds too. I think he could, Alpi and Giannis would be cool to have on the same team. But then that begs the question. Obviously, the ideal thing is to keep Alpi and get Giannis. But the question after that is, what do we have to give up to make that happen? Jalen Green, I'm okay with him going, but who else?
So Jalen Green. And then obviously we want Giannis. And then I said DB. I said Dylan Brooks. Because personally I'd like to maybe get out of his contract. I don't know. He didn't do anything. He didn't move me this year. So I'd prefer to give that space to somebody. Maybe I'd prefer to have Jabari start next year rather than Dylan Brooks, if I'm being, in my personal opinion.
Hey, I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, under the player pictures, like Giannis's, you see Giannis's little picture? It says 5.24 LeBron. What does that mean? Is there a LeBron statistic? What does that mean? Where's the LeBron stat?
Yeah,
what does that mean? What does that mean?
Why are we
saying like he's 5.24% LeBron? Damn, Jabari is negative LeBron. That's
Dylan Brooks, bro. Come on, bro. You can't be negative.
You can't be negative LeBrons. That's wild information.
Oh my god, that's fucking funny. How do we know? How do we find out
what that means?
Yeah, how do we find out what that means? I don't know. That's actually, I was thinking about that earlier, but I thought I was looking at it and I thought that was like is he like the benchmark? Like is
So you noticed the LeBron thing also. I'm not crazy.
Yeah, no, I did. I noticed it, but at first I thought I saw it under I saw it under Giannis at first. Like I didn't see it on everybody else. I was like, oh, maybe that's just like the PER. Like I was wondering if that was like, but I don't. Fuck, man, I have no idea because then it's like 15.4 and 19. I don't get it. Anyways,
Alpi, if he's 5 LeBrons, I mean, we might as well trade the farm for him at this point. If you're 5 LeBrons,
if you're 5 LeBrons, I mean, what about Damian Lillard? Shit,
2.4 LeBrons. I'll take.
How you gonna be negative? How you gonna be negative 2 LeBrons?
You got to get that up, bro. You can't be negative 2 LeBrons out here. I'm negative 2. I'm probably like negative 8 LeBrons.
You can't be halfway to me. Fuck. Okay. So I think we also do we want to add Dylan Brooks or no?
I think that's not a needle mover for the Bucks. I don't think they could take him or leave him. I don't think they really care.
Okay, so I think Tari Eason.
I think Tari Eason. Yeah, I think they want Tari Eason. And as far as players go, if Jalen Green, scroll down, go down. I'd even be willing to probably give up like. That's it as far as players go.
What, just Jalen Green and Eason?
Yeah, and then picks maybe, or maybe. I mean, how much do they need, brother? They only got like what 15 spots.
I'm gonna throw in. I like Whitmore. I'm gonna throw in Holiday.
That's your nucleus right there.
Yeah.
We got to give him the 10.
Got to give him the 10. Probably no, not and then
probably got to give him the 27 round 1, or probably the Phoenix. Okay.
Probably the Phoenix one, you think?
Yeah, probably the Phoenix. Probably most of Phoenix's picks, honestly.
Phoenix, trade the Bucks.
And I think what else?
Probably 2028, but I'll probably put that as like a top 8 protection, and then boom.
All right, let's see.
Let's see if we worked it up here. Failed.
There's no way they're saying no to that.
Maybe traded away on draft day after the team officially makes their selection. Financial Rockets are unable to complete this trade as they are now over the apron this trade there. Okay. So restart. Close. Okay.
Let's do a more realistic trade. Take everything up to Tari Eason. So honestly, probably take Tari off too.
If I'm being honest, it's probably gonna be
Jabari.
It's gonna be Jabari, man. It's gonna be Jabari.
2025 round 1. Do we not have a 2026 pick? I thought we had a 26 pick. It's gonna be our 25. We don't have 26.
27.
Yeah, give them the 27. Shit, it'll probably be both of those 27s.
Think so?
Yeah, they want first rounders, baby. Try that. 3 firsts, Jabari and Jalen. That's got to be worth.
That's got to be it.
Yeah, you're high on dick. This shit is high on pot and use. The fuck else? What the fuck else they need?
What do you mean?
Bro, look, we gotta combine. Damn. No, we're still negative LeBrons. We're still negative LeBrons on that. That's probably why they're failing it.
Look, you can't have negative LeBrons. Hold on. Okay. So what if okay. Hear me out. What if we go? Let me go here. I wonder if there's a way. God damn, man.
That's a lot of funds. That's a lot of money.
Holy shit, dude. What do you need? What do you need to be making $62 million a year for every year? Like, what do you even need that for?
Brother, you are rich. We understand it, man.
Fuck. Okay, fine. Okay. So
Fuck it. Throw Tari in that. No. Take it out. Take everything out. Take everything out.
probably gonna need like
Hold on. We need a point. They got a point. Where they point at? Jamari Bouyaye.
get K Porter back.
Jamari. Fuck no.
Hey, he 0.42 LeBrons.
He is 4.2 LeBrons. Didn't KPJ beat up his bitch or something?
No, he got like. I mean, I think they said no.
Oh, then bring him back. Yeah. Shit. He might not be able to beat up his bitch. He could beat up Steph for us, though.
He could beat up Steph. Now, what about Bobby Portis?
Old Bobby Portis? 0.9 LeBrons? Bobby Portis?
0.9 LeBrons is better than negative 0.37 LeBrons.
That is true. You're not wrong.
All right, now I'm gonna go. Let's throw him in because we need a contract back. That's the problem.
Bro, scroll down, bro. All right, fine. Bobby Portis. Send it. Send it.
No, actually, I want to see if just this works first. I want to see what it says. I want to see. Okay, so it would take that.
The middle of my knuckles. Kerfuckle.
All for one more win.
Hey.
That 1 week. That's game 7 right there.
7. That's game 7. That's got to be game 7. Good night. There's no way we're doing that.
No way. That's the only one, bro. Okay.
Now go Alpi. Let's see. Look, that's 3 first rounders: Tari, Jabari, and Jalen.
Jabari.
By the way, mind you, absolutely, unless you're brain dead, that is not worth it even a little bit. Just by the way.
Okay, so let's take out Tari, Jabari,
and Jalen. Take out Jalen
and just do
Alpi,
and
the 3 picks.
And the 3 picks.
All right, go back. Throw Amin Thompson in there.
But bullshit. What if he did? What if we wake up tomorrow and it's Jalen Green, Alfred Şengün, and 3 first-round picks for Giannis? What are you doing?
Are we gonna see what the? Oh, yep. I would be so sad.
I would be so hurt.
Dude, that would make me miserable. Oh my god. Alpi, Jalen Green. Honestly, I don't even give a fuck about Jalen Green. Just Alpi and 3 firsts.
Yeah, literally. Like, God.
We don't even get a +1 win. We had the same amount of wins.
We get the same amount of wins, but we get 13. So, so we do this. Inside
LeBron's. How many LeBrons is LeBron worth?
That's a great question. Does LeBron? I wonder. Oh, you know what? We can find out though, because you know how it says. Hold on, we're gonna pause this because I want to see something. Where are the Lakers at? He 2.2. How is LeBron only? How he only 2.27 on his?
How is Luka? How Luka 4.17 LeBrons and LeBron is 2.27 LeBrons? How is LeBron less LeBrons than Luka? I did see something interesting though. I saw something that really piqued my interest here. Go back up to the Rockets and Bucks trade. Thank you. Oh shit. Trade the Rockets. What was it? It was Alpi, Jalen Green. Okay, now hear me out. And then I want after this gets accepted, go to the free agent market.
Okay. Oh, you want me to do the same one we just did?
Yeah, do the same one.
Okay.
No, the Phoenix round one. No, Phoenix round one.
Okay.
No, not that one. Not
I
that
know
one.
this one.
There you go.
Not this one. This one?
No, yeah, that one. All right, go ahead and get that accepted, baby.
Okay, yeah. So bang. Try trade. That's a success.
Okay, now go now, and we got 13 million in cap space, right?
Yeah, 13.1.
Okay, go to the free agent. Now we got Giannis.
Now we got Giannis.
Bang, right there.
James Harden. Bring him home, baby. Bring him
Bring the
home.
beard back to win us a championship, and call it a day. I ain't mad at that. Are you mad at that?
See, so okay, so now we need a. What would we need? We would need a forward, right?
Well, James Harden would be our point guard
We
solution.
ain't bringing him back.
Former 10th round pick Zaire Williams. Oh my god, this is some butt. Jonathan Kuminga's pretty good.
I wonder if we could do it standard contract. How long? How long do you?
Like how old is he? I think he's like
23.
in his 20s. Yeah, give him like 2 2-year prove it deal.
2-year. Yeah. Boom. Save. Contract updated. Okay.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so glad we're not GMs. This is some butt. This is some butt. I would have declined this trade, mind you. By the way,
Yeah, I would have declined it too. Ain't no way I'm telling you. Okay, hold on. I want to see something. Let's take out Alfie. I want to see what we get. What could we get away with not doing Alfred Schengen?
okay, probably Tari and Jabari.
Tari.
And probably like
Shepard.
yeah. And the 3 first. So take one of them bitches off.
Oh yeah.
Go
Yeah,
back. Take one of them bitches
You ain't
off.
listen. We're taking off this one.
Yeah, see if that works. Okay, take one more off.
I think it'll accept it as long as the money works.
Shit, take that last pick off, baby.
All it does is it's not about. I don't think it's about. It's about making sure the money works.
Oh.
Because like, watch, boom. Yeah, see. Because ain't no way. Well, I mean, they might do it with just these 4.
Jalen, Jabari, Reed, and Tari. Dude, that's like almost your entire starting lineup.
Yeah, I would probably take out. I'm telling you, man, undo.
I don't want to give up Jabari. I don't want to get up. Yeah, I want Jabari on the Rockets.
And okay, and then
And then we can do 2 firsts.
Yeah. And then give him this round because we got to do that. And then no, let's give him Phoenix's. No, I want to give him Brooklyn. Nah, Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah, give him the Phoenix pick.
What do you mean? Who put Zaire Williams on there? Oh, I signed him. I forgot.
Who put Zaire Williams? That boy minus 1.18 LeBrons.
You better get your LeBrons up.
You got to figure that shit out, boy.
Okay. All right. So maybe let's.
I hate everything that we're doing right now.
See, okay, that would work.
Still don't want that.
You don't think you wouldn't take that?
Nah,
Really?
nah. Realistically, the only trade I'm really like, even remotely like, okay, I can see it happening is because Jalen Green leaves. That leaves us with how many guards? Fred, Amin, and
Well,
say Reed. For the sake of the argument, Reed Shepard's not in this trade package. What would our
right.
starting lineup look like? It
So
would
you
be
got
it'd be Alpe.
Holiday, Vliet, oh, I don't even know who that is. Nate Williams. But then you have your Jalen Green and Reed Shepard. So yeah, I mean, if
I mean,
you if
Amin was playing shooting guard though, wasn't he?
no, he was more of a forward, I feel like.
I thought he was playing guard.
I
Okay,
mean,
so
here's the thing though.
Fred,
When they did the quote unquote two bigs, when they went Alfie and Steven Adams, it was more of a 3 guard lineup with the two big, and they could do the like a two they could do the 2-3-1 zone or whatever.
I feel like I remember
Or
having them
1-3-1.
having. I feel like I remember them having Adams, Alpe, Jabari, Amin, and Fred in.
Yeah. No, it was Jabari was it was more Dylan Brooks was the starter.
Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks. So he was like a flex guard.
Yeah, but that's what I feel like he is anyway. Like that's what I feel like he is anyway, you know. So because he has the bounce, he has the rebound ability to go to play underneath the basket. He has the one step quickness to get there, you know. But he can also guard Steph Curry. You know what I mean? So he kind of can
But
do
are we
everything.
really willing to trade Reed Shepard right now, though?
Honestly, I here's the thing. I'm kind of okay with letting Reed cook a little bit.
Like realistically, I don't think we need Giannis this bad, and not
don't
bad
either.
enough to trade away all these people.
Okay, so hear me out. What about
Oh, oh, God. Oh. You ever get a Charlie horse in the back of the thigh?
why you did that? How you do that?
I don't know, bro. And hit my stretches. Whew, Jesus Christ.
50, 50, 50. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang.
What are we doing? Oh, shit. Here goes KD. Here come KD. What's KD worth to you?
Cannot be players cannot be. What does that mean? Second apron teams are prohibited from combining multiple player salaries into trades. Phoenix could not trade both Yusuf Nurkic and Nasir Little for one player making $24.8 million. Second apron teams also can't utilize trade exceptions from previous years or send cash to help. What does that even? Oh my God, the NBA is weird.
What happened?
I don't know. Like players, like for saying you can't, like they can't trade Yusuf Nurkic and Nasir Little for one player making 24. Like it's saying you can't combine player salaries. Like it's got to be player. I don't know. That's weird. Okay.
Heads up, Jalen Green, KD.
It'll probably be, but then you got to probably add all their picks back.
Oh, are we not going after Book anymore?
I don't know if Book. I don't know. I would love to. I would love to go after Book. All right, so that's Jalen Green and yeah.
The fuck you mean failed?
Because we need about $20 more million to make that trade happen.
Oh, I mean, at that point, we're probably cutting somebody off of our team. Probably Steven Adams or Fred.
Waive 4 waves for a specific amount over 2 years. Waive and stretch over 5. This is cool.
This is so unrealistic. We're not paying this man how much money? $5 million?
No.
It's over 5 years.
I'm trying to create. You got to create space, baby. I'm trying to cut him. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Where the hell is Steven Adams' ugly ass at? Yeah, cut him.
You don't. No, we got to. I want to re-sign. 1 year deal.
That boy had 3.2 points.
That's because he was hurt, baby. But he came in so clutch. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, I can't do that. Okay.
Jay Sean Tate, baby, what you doing? Where you at?
All right, what am I doing? All right, let's just cancel. Undo contract changes. Undo everything.
Restart.
What did I?
What did you do? Who let you run this?
I don't even know. Okay. All right. So what would it take? What would it? So obviously Jalen Green.
Okay, Jalen Green probably. No, yeah, probably Tari, probably Alpy, probably Fred, probably Amen Thompson,
Probably everybody.
All the picks. Dylan Brooks, one-on-one boxing match probably would be.
What
The fuck do you mean failed? The fuck? We're not giving up this much for any. There's not a player in this league that I would give it all. Maybe Anthony Edwards, and that's it. How's that fair at all?
Wait, you want shit? I'll take that. I'll take that shit back.
You'll take 3 first rounds back to Phoenix, Dylan Brooks, Jalen Green for 180-year-old Kevin Durant.
Shit. And I'm extending his ass. No, I should probably take that out. How do I cancel that? I don't want to extend him to. Oh, wait. Back. Undo contract changes. Okay.
I think we know where this is about to go.
Okay, or who's another player? And let's just go throw in Aaron Holiday. Fuck it.
Why? For what? We're not giving up this much for anybody, bro. I don't care who you think you are. I don't give a fuck how many points, how many buckets you can get. Unless
this isn't even that much. This isn't even that much, though.
Unless you, as a human being, can physically score average 50 points per game, I'm not giving up this much. No. Bye.
This isn't even that much, though.
I would suck so bad as a GM because I don't want to trade anything good. I want to trade all my bad shit for one of your good shits.
What the fuck? Why am I looking at this? What is this?
What are you?
Garp?
What in the shit are you doing, man?
Do they have rankings for the agents? Is that what this is? Do they have agent rankings right now? And why do you have 2 agents, sir? You don't even play.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Rich Paul, number 1 agent. Oh my god. All right, where you at? Wake up. Hello, sir.
Huh? I'm here, baby.
Nah, you're dead. What are you doing? Get off Twitter. You can't be on Twitter right now.
I'm not on Twitter. My sister sent me a TikTok.
So I think looking at doing these little mock trades and whatnot, I'm cool with just keeping our guys. I think keeping our guys and then adding certain guys via free agency. But here's the thing: the problem is I don't think it's in the Rockets' nature to do multiple trades in one season. So we'll see. I think it's going to be one big one, and then we'll do a couple small.
Sorry, what were we talking about? I was not paying attention. I was just getting roasted in the family group chat, so had to figure that out real quick.
Who was roasting you in the family group chat?
Don't even worry about it.
Oh, they was roasting you they was roasting the podcast. That's what they was doing.
No, they weren't talking about the podcast. They were talking about something completely different. It was just my sister's fat, four-headed, ugly ass talking to me for no reason. Not minding her business. Not staying in her own lane.
Staying in your own house.
Yeah.
Clean your own grass before you start cutting mine.
Yeah. Go take the babies grocery shopping before you take them to the park.
Oh. I'm just saying.
Okay, what are we talking about now? Where are we at? What was last? Yeah. Oh, yeah. With the Rocket stuff, we're not. We are so stupid if we do that. If we did any of those trades, I'm not giving up. You can either get all the picks or a few good players, but you can't get half of our nucleus of young players and all of our picks and he's not even under the age of 30. He is 30 years old. What he has probably, realistically, I mean, KD's still playing at a high level. Braun's still playing at a high level. Giannis could probably play at a high level until he's about 38. But he plays in the paint that's so, like, aggressive.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a shock factor. Like, admittedly, as a fan, if this end up does happening, I'm probably going to be like, oh shit, like I can't believe we actually did it. But
I mean, I think to an extent,
there's going to be the shock value of it.
Looking at it right now, if as much as we're talking about it, if we got Giannis, we'd forget about this trade probably. Depending on how the season goes, if we're playing well, then fine. But I think the risk to reward for the trade is what's kind of drawing everybody away from it. Because, if Jalen Green turns it on next year, gets really consistent, if Reed Shepherd, I mean, it was his rookie year. If Reed Shepherd turns it up next year, if Tari Eason locks in, if Jabari locks in, and if, we don't know what the Suns are going to be. So if they all suck and those all end up being probably not, but if they all end up being number one draft picks, then we just gave the Bucks, probably 15 to 20 years worth of life.
Yeah. I mean, so you really, I think that's a good way of looking at it is, if you do end up trading these 3 first-round picks that are Phoenix's pick, and Phoenix might kind of, that's why Phoenix wants those picks back, because I think they see, the Knicks eliminate the Celtics. Damn it, ESPN, you distracted me.
The New York Knicks.
Listen, I don't know if anybody's seen that video of what's her name.
She got hot around the collar.
Every white person had to look around for a second. Like, I didn't know. I didn't say it. It wasn't me. What was I saying?
Oh, the Suns see those picks.
The Suns see the horizon in the sense that they're probably gonna need. Katie's getting old, Book, and they still have Bradley Beal on the roster. So that's a lot of money tied to that. And if those guys flame out,
and their window's closing, and they they don't have any more picks.
Right. So they have to either move those guys to get other picks or get their picks back. So it's really a game of chicken. So like, are we going to be willing to give those picks back? Are they not going to take a deal unless they get those picks back? Because what makes it kind of at a disadvantage for the Rockets is that we have those picks. They know we have those picks. They gave us those picks. So they're not going to take any other picks. They know they want their picks back. So while, it kind of gives them a little bit more leverage.
Yeah, they can secure their own destiny with their own picks.
Right. They can't do that with somebody else's picks.
Right.
So I think ultimately
but that gives us leverage, I feel like.
But I would also be interested in I would also be interested in possibly trading the 10th pick, but just for like why I think we're maybe too focused on the wrong players. I think there are other players in the league that play at just the highest level. Maybe not. Okay, not a lot of people play at Giannis's level. Let's be fair. But I think we could get a player that could fit the timeline that we have with the players. The front office has made a point of making that has made a point of saying that they don't want to go and get an older player that screws up the timeline and the development of the younger players, right?
Right.
So I think that it would make.
Well, I feel like we're in a good spot in the sense that if we don't get we don't need a Giannis or a KD or a Booker or anything. Like the team we have is good if we can build around it in the sense of we know Jalen Green is inconsistent. So we need somebody who is not as good as Jalen Green, not as good as Jalen Green's peak. Jalen Green's peak is 26 points a game, 30 points a game-ish. He's going to get you at least 6 to 10 points on a bad day. Right. Okay, so if we can have a bench guy that's a 3-point shooter or consistently can give you 5 to 10 points off the bench, and we don't need one Giannis. We could get 3 consistent bench players.
Right. Like I had thought about Lauri Markkanen from the Utah Jazz. I think he fits us perfectly in the sense that he's a forward. He adds shooting to your roster, but you don't lose rebounding. So he can do both things. And it'll stretch the floor for an Alperen Sengun to where he's not getting bogged down in the paint. So you can have a bigger player out there and he adds size to on the court as well. So like adding a player like that makes a whole lot more sense money-wise and for all the other reasons than going and trading your farm and all your picks for an aging superstar, in my opinion.
Agreed. I don't think we need a Giannis. I think the name kind of intrigues people, like, but they're not understanding. After the Game 7 and the series that Jalen Green played, people are out on Jalen Green. Understandable. And I think they see names like Booker, KD, Giannis, and they're like, dude, imagine what our team would be like if we had that guy. Not understanding the fact that we could have that guy, but we got to give up everybody else that helped us get to where we were last year, plus more. And Jabari, maybe he has some consistency issues. Tari Eason probably wasn't as good as he could have been. Reed Shepherd, it was his rookie year. I don't know what you expected. Dylan Brooks, not great. We do have some bad pieces over here, but that's not trade value.
Yeah.
So and a lot of those guys have really good potential upside. So trading them for a Giannis, on the optimistic end, they all turn out to be average players. We still don't have any depth. We still only have Giannis. Giannis is getting older. What happens after that? What's the next?
Now we're back. Right. Now we're back to where we started with James Harden. When we couldn't get out of his contract.
Right.
So
what's after that? So and then
you can't trade Giannis again.
And on the bad end, we trade for Giannis and we give them a haul of players and picks, and every single one of those guys develops, becomes consistent scorers. Now they have the best team probably in the NBA.
Yeah. Now we look stupid.
Yeah, and we have Giannis, which sure he'll help us win a couple games here and there, but not if we're competing against that. If Jalen Green at his peak can be that, if that's what Jalen Green can be, he's one of the most dangerous players in the league. I'm not saying we don't need to get rid of him. I'm with it. if the trade makes sense.
Right. If we get something back in return that we actually feel good about, because if
Right.
it's something that's going to knock us out for the next 7-8 years, like I said earlier, if you trade for a Giannis, a KD, a Booker, you shorten your window from 4 to 5 to 4 to 6 years, maybe with these young guys, to 2 to 3 years. And so, you accelerate everything, and that's directly against what they've been asking to do.
Right.
What they've been saying publicly for a long time, and that was that they wanted to keep their core together. And so honestly,
and there's so many external factors that you got to like deal with. Like, yeah, we get Giannis, maybe we even play better, but what if, these other teams pop off? What if these other teams, what if we don't see a Warriors, but we have to face Anthony Edwards team or something? Just anything like anything that could be. Like, there's so much external stuff to think about other than just we got to get out of the Rockets bubble and look at a wide scope of things. Yeah,
I agree. No, I agree. I think I'm surprised you haven't heard anything on the Fred VanVleet front in terms of his team option. I assume that would probably be in the coming days after the
draft,
the draft thingy. So I hope I personally. I bring him back, but on a restructure, because I'm not paying him $45 million to score less than 15 points a game. Sorry, that's just the math ain't math in there. I'm not doing that.
But now listen, Fred he's a veteran. He knows how the league works, right? So I think the $45 million. Now this might be me being optimistic, but maybe that's him knowing I don't have to be an elite shooter all season.
There's other things tied to that outside of.
I'll
admit him being a veteran in that roster was probably, or in that locker room was probably super helpful. Yeah.
And what if he knows, like, okay, I got to turn it on if we're on a losing streak. I'll turn it on. Obviously you're not going to be able to maintain that level of play. And you don't want to. I mean, unless you're Steph Curry, but Fred's not Steph Curry. He's more normal in NBA terms than Steph Curry. Steph Curry is different. But Fred, he starts shooting lights out, and they learn how to defend him. How do you replicate that in the playoffs?
Right. It's interesting. There's a lot. I feel like we're going into a big offseason. This is a big offseason for the Rockets. There could be. This could be the make or break, kind of not make or break, but this offseason and how we approach it, much like how I thought the Texans should have approached this offseason, could really show you or kind of give us an idea about where we could go. You know what I mean? If we make the right move.
That's crazy. Houston is really like the defense city.
It really, wow. Yeah. Wow. Why can we just get some offense? I just want a little bit of offense.
Think about it. Texans probably top 5 defense.
Rockets top 5 defense.
Yeah, Rockets. And the Astros, I mean, they're offensively pretty bad, but they have good defense. I mean, they got good infielders, good outfielders.
I think their infield percentage is like 997 or something, like 0.997.
Good defense.
Great defense.
Just the city of defense. That's all we are.
City of defense. All right. Well, I think that was a pretty good. I think we kind of touched base on a lot of stuff there. Is there anything off the domey that you were thinking about today?
Well, no, not much.
No.
What about you? You got anything?
Nah, man. I'm excited I'm excited for what's to come with the Rockets. I think there's a lot of stuff that they could do to transform the team and also do it in such a way where you don't lose a lot, So
sure.
I think it could be a good off season.
Go ahead and what's the outro? Like, comment, subscribe, and roll Tide.
See, I'm gonna have to cancel that.
Ended it. No, you should have ended it there.
No, I'm not ending it with that. I'll do it. Thanks for joining the podcast, everybody. If you watched, if you put an eye on us, I appreciate it. If you hung out, had a good time, we had a good time. We went through some trade stuff, went through some other stuff with the NFL and the Rockets. So please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.
I ain't with that beefing on the net. Tell me what's next. I can't listen to the hype. Wanna know that you've been mixed with lies. Love you like your favorite cocktail.